Hi, everyone. I am actually extremely excited to talk about this topic today. I am making this video to educate, number one, on the chakras, kind of signs and symptoms, effects of having unbalanced or closed chakras, and what you can do to actually balance them again. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about an array of avenues that we can go down to balance our chakras. So I'm super excited about that. Okay, so first of all, having chakras that are unbalanced are going to cause a number of things to happen. Okay, they can affect our emotions. They will affect us spiritually, and they will also affect us physically. Emotionally, having erratic emotions or feeling a certain way, or not being able to have a hold on our emotions, like for example incessant cry, like just a lot of crying, okay, or feeling very closed off, inability to get vulnerable, okay, just a few examples. Physically, no, good Lord. Physically, if you have a closed chakra, let's talk about the throat, for example, you're going to experience a lot of physical issues from the neck up because the energy is blocked, okay? And spiritually, we may be blocked off from God, from spirit, from source, blocked from feeling any sort of connection to the other side, connection to ourselves. Okay, this can cause a lot of things. So let's just kind of jump in and dive deep into this. Now, after I talk about the chakras, I am going to talk about my team's challenge that I am doing with my Young Living team to open up and balance and align our chakras. Now, please know that this is not for anybody who is not going to receive some support while doing this, okay? I have dedicated to holding space for my Young Living team members, the people who choose to heal and grow spiritually, along with utilizing plant medicine for their body, for physical, spiritual, and emotional support. So I just do want to say that, okay? And I only trust Young Living. So with that being said, let's talk about the root chakra, okay? So our root chakra is all about family. It's all about tribal. It's about childhood. It's connected to our childhood. It's connected to our home, our family life. Okay. A lot of people who will have an unbalanced or a closed root chakra, okay, have experienced trauma in their childhood, have experienced either being neglected, possibly have had parents who were addicts or abusive, okay? This is going to bring about feelings of not feeling safe, okay? Not feeling secure with who you are, and fight or flight, okay? It's going to have a lot to do with fight or flight, or kind of obsessive thinking. A lot of addicts, this is like a lot of addict energy, okay? And because of like insecurity, so it's either insecurity in the way where we're like grandiose and have a lot of ego, or we're the people who are just kind of like afraid to even say anything. We're in the corner. A lot of us too are going to have a lot of throat chakra issues, okay? So when I go through all of these chakras, please know that there's both sides to an overactive or an underactive. So overbalanced or underbalanced, okay, if that makes sense. So if we have a root chakra that is not aligned, okay, or functioning properly, where the signs and symptoms of that are going to be having constipation, okay, like colon cancer, things of that nature, everything to do with the colon, and going to be your large intestine, okay. And again, most of us with a root chakra that is unbalanced, or we're going to have a lot of inner child work to do, okay. I would highly recommend getting the inner child essential oil when working, when doing counseling, when doing self-reflection, things like that, okay. So having this root chakra that's unbalanced is going to affect our sacral chakra. Okay, so our sacral chakra, let me talk about the root chakra. So the root chakra is right at the base of your tailbone. Okay, so it's where, when we're sitting down, this is where we are rooted, this is where we are grounded, this is where we feel safe and supported. Okay, and again, most of us, and I say us, right? With an unbalanced root chakra, you're not going to feel safe. You're not going to feel supported, okay? So if that is going to be off, let's move to the sacral chakra and talk about that and how it's going to affect that. So our sacral chakra, right above your pelvic bone, your pubic bone, okay? This is where we store our emotions. This is where our, being connected to our sexuality, being connected to our creativity. This is where all of those emotions and feelings are sourced from, okay? So if we are not able to express our emotions, feel our emotions, if we are somebody who pushes all of our emotions down, pretends like nothing is bothering us, I don't even care. That's one of the classic sayings for having an unbalanced root and sacral chakras. I don't even care, right? So it's like you're trying to tell yourself that you don't care, right? Pushing all of these emotions down so deep. And a lot of times, right, we're always going to look at the chakra before it. If the one that we're talking about is unbalanced, we're always going to go back to the previous one, okay? So where does that come from, right? If you were neglected, if you were abused, if you were made not to feel safe and at home and okay to be yourself, right? Or to be a child, your emotions are going to be affected, all right? So for some of us, we're going to just have over emotions, right? So, an unbalanced sacral chakra, we can either be crying all the time, all right? So just being very upset, being somebody who's very sensitive, okay? Or you can be somebody who's not acknowledging their feelings at all, okay? And pretending that they don't exist, putting them on a shelf, maybe to deal with it another time, but that's still not helpful to us, okay? So when we're going to have a closed sacral chakra, we are not going to feel our emotions. We are not going to be able to feel our emotions. It's kind of, when we feel numb, or we cannot process, or when we disassociate. Disassociating means that it's kind of like if you're going through a trauma, your mind, in order to survive, in order to function, is going to go somewhere else. It's kind of just going to store it in a compartment and be like, okay, this is here. And you're not actually going to live and connect with your feelings when this is happening, okay? So a lot of a sexual trauma, people who have been victims of sexual trauma is going to do this, okay? So we're going to disassociate from our feelings, or, abuse, also, dating a narcissist, which a lot of women do, okay, especially empath women, okay? And then if you have an overactive sacral chakra, you're going to be emotional, very sensitive, okay? It's going to kind of be like, maybe people need to tiptoe on you, around you, and things like that, okay? So now we're going to move up to our solar plexus chakra, which is right here. Okay, this is called our doing chakra. This is the chakra that gives you motivation. Okay, so being motivated to complete tasks, things like that. But this is also where we have sense of self. Okay, so being able to be your true authentic self, this is the energy that's right here. Okay, so being motivated, being somebody who's successful or feels successful in any kind of task that they are doing. Okay, now when we have a unbalanced solar plexus chakra, We can either be people like myself who is just go, 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 go. Okay, this is where our anxiety can manifest this way, where we cannot slow down, where we need to continue to move, because if we stop moving, then we have to process and think about what's really going on. Okay, so it's kind of a way, a distraction from ourselves, from our feelings, from what we're really dealing with, or the things that we need to deal with. Okay, so having an underactive solar plexus is going to be procrastination. Okay, a lot of feelings associated with depression really connect here to the solar plexus chakra. Now, why you're like, Jamie, why? And that's because if somebody doesn't feel that they can be themselves, or is ashamed, or has been made to feel ashamed of who they are, okay? A lot of times it comes from a parent, okay? A lot of times it's going to be coming from somebody who's very, very close to you, a role model, all right? I wouldn't really want to say role model if that's what's happening to you. But, okay, so made to feel like you're not good enough, all right? So not having a sense of self, feeling insecure with who you are, okay? So this is going to cause a low vibration. Negative thoughts about ourselves, they lower our vibration, they lower our frequency, because that's really all that we are. Our thoughts, our words, our vibrations, their frequency. Now, it's kind of, you just want to ask yourself, at what frequency are my thoughts vibrating at? Now, if it's going to be a lot of I'm not good enough, or I'm scared, or I'm afraid, or things of that nature, you're going to be vibrating at a low frequency. Okay, what is another term for a low frequency or low vibration? Depression. Okay, so yes, this is where we feel secure with ourselves. Okay, accepting our authentic self, being allowed to be your authentic self, and knowing that is enough. So now we're going to move up to our heart chakra, okay, which is right here. Having a closed or imbalanced heart chakra, all right, and again, they're always going to correlate from the one before that. And if you're anything like me, they're all going to be messed up, okay? No, I've done a lot of healing and things like that, so I'm not saying that they are now, but they were, okay? So having a unbalanced heart chakra, let's see, what is the cause of that, okay? So the cause of that is, again, you're going to feel like you can't trust anybody. Okay, so betrayal is associated with a closed heart chakra. Trust and betrayal are the two words of an open or an unbalanced heart chakra. Okay, so a lot of people with an unbalanced heart chakra are going to have gone through a lot of the traumas that I just described with the previous chakras, one of which is going to be being cheated on. All right, any type or sort of betrayal is going to affect our heart chakra. Okay, so building walls up. All right, so building walls up, feeling like somebody is always out to get you and they don't really like you for who you are. Okay, so this is a symptom of having a closed heart chakra, where we are afraid to love. Okay, so being afraid of commitment, being afraid to get into a relationship. It's kind of where we front. Especially in relationships, we do not show people or tell people how we really feel, because in the end, really, it comes back to us believing that they could never really love us for who we are. So that keeps our heart chakra closed. Okay. So again, building walls, not being able to love somebody authentically, not being able to trust anybody. Okay. And again, this is going to come from some sort of betrayal, okay? Or again, going back to the previous chakras, not feeling like you can be yourself, all right? Not feeling like you are accepted, your emotions are being heard, okay? Or, that you feel safe in your body, all right, even as a, as a child, okay, or in your family. So we're going to move up to our throat chakra. All right, so our throat chakra, this is one of the most unbalanced chakras that I deal with on a daily basis when I do readings for other people, or that I see in other people. Okay, a lot. This is, and that's my symbol for that is I have to clear my throat. This is a symptom of being an empath. A lot of my empath clients and friends are really, they deal with a closed throat chakra. Now, having a closed throat chakra, this is where we're not able to speak our truth. We are not able to express ourselves. We are not able to ask for support. We're not able to ask for that raise. We're not able to ask that person to babysit or what have you, okay, for fear of being rejected, okay? So we don't even say anything. Or we make excuses like, what is the point anyways? Why would I even, they're not going to hear me. We tell ourselves stories. We also have a lot of boundary issues, but, or if you have an overactive, okay, throat chakra, you're going to be somebody who's always going to try and tell people what they should do with their lives. Okay, thinking that you are feeling, acting as if you know everything, you know better. Okay. And this is really going to, again, stem from the previous chakra too, which is feeling that you need to either express yourself, tell people, that you know everything, right? Show people that you know everything, kind of being the loudest person in the room. And that really falls back into insecurity and not being able to express yourself properly, whether it be as a child, whether it be in a relationship, okay, whatever that specific trauma was for you. A lot of times too, we're going to go back into past lives. This can affect us in our past lives too. So we can bring over some trauma from our past, okay? And then having an underactive, again, we are made to feel like our voice, our opinion does not matter, or that we are always wrong, okay? So again, going to stem from abuse. So we're going to move on to our third eye chakra, okay? This is the seat of our intuition, okay? This is where our imagination lies, which I don't necessarily like that name. If any of you have ever worked with me, I do not like that word, because a lot of times, what we're seeing is actually real. But this is where we are able to, we see our dreams. If you close your eyes right now and you picture a red apple, that's seeing with your third eye, okay? So, a lot of times when that third eye is closed, we are going to be made to feel that we are crazy. This is the classic, gaslighting chakra, right? Where if you're being gaslit, chances are your third eye chakra is closed or unbalanced, okay? And that is somebody is telling you, mostly it is a relationship, that you are crazy and that, I am not cheating on you. I am not doing this. I wasn't here. They're lying to you. Maybe it's drug addiction. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're just lying, but they're telling you that you're crazy and you're overreacting. Okay. That's also going to affect your throat chakra, but it's going to tell you not to trust your intuition. Okay. So that is going to close or unbalance your third eye chakra. Now, let me just kind of go back because I did forget to talk about the symptoms of a closed throat chakra. And at the end of this video, I'm going to go and talk about the physical symptoms of all of them. But having a closed throat chakra, because the energy is unable to move from the neck up, you are going to see issues like thyroid issues, teeth issues, okay, sinus headaches, migraines, TMJ, okay, so any kind of ailments, earaches, things like that from the neck up, you probably are experiencing, okay? And that is, again, because your energy cannot free flow. All right, so why don't we move up to our crown chakra? That is right here, okay? It's right kind of above your head. Now this chakra is, this is kind of where we get access, right? Our intuition, where we get access to information. If we are having a closed crown chakra, you may be feeling like you don't connect to God, or you cannot feel God, or you cannot feel spirit, and kind of wondering, is there anything out there, okay? Or having gone through this in your life, not feeling like you have a purpose, okay? That's one of the biggest ones of having a closed crown chakra, feeling like you don't have a purpose, feeling like you're lost, all right? And again, this is going to stem from trauma. This is going to stem from all of the symptoms I've talked about previously, going through those hard times in your life. It's kind of where it's like we've just been beaten down so much where we're going to experience some hopelessness, okay? So, and then having an overactive crown is where you're just kind of always in la la land, okay? Where you just, or, you know, I went through this period where I awakened, and I was just so focused on messages from spirit and messages from the universe everywhere that I was just like, I was just like so flighty everywhere, and I have a lot of energy, and it's like I'm very, very ungrounded, okay? So, which is a classic issue in my life that I deal with, not being grounded, okay? But yes, so having an overactive crown is going to be, not being grounded, being, very, very kind of flighty, and having an underactive, we're going to feel hopeless, okay? And like there's nothing out there for us. So let's talk about the physical symptoms. Okay, so I'm going to start back at the root chakra, which is at the base of your tailbone. Physical symptoms are going to be constipation. There are going to be issues with the digestive tract, colon cancer, things of that nature. Okay, having issues going to the bathroom, whether it's constipation or it's the other way around, okay? Our sacral chakra, if this is unbalanced, okay, this is where we feel our emotions. This is where, we are able to express ourselves, our sexuality, our creativity, and symptoms of having a closed or unbalanced sacral chakra are going to be endometriosis, polycystic ovaries, any kind of reproductive issues, okay? That's what we're going to deal with right there, okay? So if we move up, we're going to go to our solar plexus chakra. This is mostly where we deal with a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, okay? So if your shoulders are always kind of like up and clenched, or you have a lot of tension in your shoulders and things like that, but also you're going to experience digestive or stomach issues, okay? So, GERD, having stomach ulcers, indigestion, things like that, okay? That's what we're going to deal with. Also, like leaky gut is going to happen also. So things like that, okay? Gluten intolerance, stuff like that. But gluten intolerance is also as a symptom from being very sensitive. It's also a symptom of being an empath, okay? Or a intuitive. So where our bodies are just very, very sensitive. All right, so let's move up to our heart chakra. Obviously heart issues, obviously lung issues, right? So anything that's right here, not being able to breathe, having anxiety, having panic attacks, okay? This is a symptom of having an unbalanced heart chakra, okay? Neck, again, throat chakra, teeth issues, TMJ, sinus headaches, migraines, and thyroid issues, okay? Earaches, stuff like that. All right, so we'll move up to our third eye. This is kind of going to be eye issues, okay? So having eye issues, not having our eyesight. Also, we're gonna have headaches and migraines too. So a lot of headaches also associated with that. And it's gonna be kind of the same thing with the crown chakra, but we're gonna really be talking about the brain. Okay, so tumors, anything going on, issues, physical issues with your head or your brain, cranial. Okay, also nerves too. So cranial nerves. So that's that. And I am going to I think I should just probably continue on. So what I do want to talk about now is how to clear these chakras. So, I am a Young Living leader, and we are doing a challenge where we're going to align our chakras, okay, using plant medicine, using essential oils. Now, I do not trust any other oils. These are the only oils that I do trust, okay? And also, again, I do not recommend anybody trying to do this without support of a teacher or somebody that, you know, a confidant, somebody that will be able to hold space for you, okay? Because as I just talked about, you know, we could be really releasing a lot of nasty stuff from our traumas, from the things that we have gone through in our life, because guess what? We are holding all of that energy there. We are choosing not to acknowledge it, and we are holding all of that energy there, whether you realize it or not, okay? So it is being held in your physical and spiritual and emotional body, okay? So again, I hope that everybody is in the spiritual vibrations group and is going to be able to have that support and space held while doing this. And also, we're all doing it together. So, all right. Now, first things first, what I did want to kind of talk about is that I am going to be using a stone to help me balance and align my chakras. Now, this is something that I do almost every day in meditation. And also, it's very, very important to cleanse our aura, okay? Especially being an empath, especially being an intuitive. Cleansing your aura is very, very important. So, this is Palo Santo. It is something that I do believe that is endangered. So I do try to only use this for special occasions, okay? Also ceremonies and things like that. But what I am going to do is kind of move it around my body and cleanse my aura, okay? So what the smoke is going to do, it's antibacterial, you know, cultures, specifically Native Americans, have been using this, Peruvians, for centuries to connect with their spirituality and to cleanse their auras, okay? Because we hold a lot of negativity in our auras that either stem from our own thoughts or the thoughts and emotions of others, believe it or not, that you are absorbing. So it's always good to ask, is this my emotion or is it somebody else's, okay? And I actually had to do that yesterday. So let's talk about that really quick. So yesterday, 1/6, right? So January 6th, that was a very heavy day, okay? So I wasn't feeling good, especially kind of today where it's just like, there's something wrong. I just feel blah. I feel kind of angry. I feel agitated. And then I was like, it's not mine. Like, is this mine? I always ask myself, is it mine or is it somebody else's? Okay. But turns out it's not mine. Okay. So that's always something that's really good. Now, this is called Tektite, okay? I am somebody who deeply, deeply resonates with meteorites and space, okay? I actually have a meteorite necklace that is something that protects me and makes me feel safe. I know it protects my aura and keeps me safe, and I just intuitively know that, so I can't live without it. But this is Tektite. This was actually meteorite also, okay? So what I do with it, as I apply the oils, or right before I apply the oils, is I'm going to move it in a clockwise motion, okay? Setting the intention that I am clearing any negative energy. So that's here, we'll set my heart chakra. So this is what I will be doing. Setting the intention that I am clearing any type of negative energy in my heart chakra, okay? And the frequency of this stone, or any stone that you choose that you resonate with, is going to clear your chakras, okay? Along with, obviously, the essential oils. So I have actually, I made up a chart, okay? So here's our chart using Young Living's essential oils. The frequency of essential oils are much higher than ours, okay? So, they are programmed to release any kind of trauma deep in our cells. So it's actually perfect for balancing your chakras. So the first one that I have for our crown chakra, which I kind of put the top on, or colored in the top. This is a really great idea, okay, because the colors do not match the actual chakras, but I chose these specific oils for reasons, okay? So frankincense. Frankincense is one of the holy anointing oils. It connects us to Jesus, connects us to God. And if you don't resonate with Jesus, the Ascended Master, that's okay. But it's historically a oil that has such a high frequency and was considered better than gold, okay, because it was given to somebody who was very important back then, okay, as a gift. All right. So this is what is going to open up your crown chakra, connect you to your higher self, connect you to spirit, and balance your chakra out. So what I will do is I will put a drop on the top of my head on my crown, and I will say, I have access to all wisdom and knowledge. And I'm going to mean this, all right? And I'm also going to say this over and over until I feel like I really believe it and that my chakra is opened and aligned, all right? Now, we're doing this for 2 weeks, every single day for 2 weeks, okay? So this is really going to help. Not only that, it's going to give us time to process all of our emotions, okay? All of the things that are coming up, obviously spiritual work doesn't happen in one day. It doesn't happen right away, okay? So that's what we're going to do for frankincense for our crown chakra. So the next one is going to be our third eye chakra, and I chose to use Awaken, okay? This oil is used to awaken your psychic abilities, awaken your spirituality, awaken you to, trusting in your intuition. Okay. And that's just what I'm going to say to right here, to put this right on my third eye, circular motion clockwise. Okay. If you're not using a stone, you can just do this. And you're going to say, I trust in my intuition. I trust in my intuition. I trust my intuition. And I really recommend that you say this until you believe it. Okay? That is going to be extremely powerful. And also, again, through going through this, you may feel sick after. You may feel like you need to throw up. You may feel dizzy. You may feel like you need to cry. Okay? And my advice for you is to do it. To cry. If you need to cry, I want you to cry. I also suggest getting a notebook and writing all your feelings down, okay? All right, so the next oil I have for the throat chakra is going to be Valor. Valor, this oil, and I colored it the light blue, the turquoise for it. This oil is actually made and does give you confidence. It's so special, this oil. When you put it on, I usually put it on before I go live or I do any kind of big classes, okay? Just for that little push of confidence, and that's really what it does. This is one of my daughter's favorite oils. It's amazing for little girls, for little boys, little girls, little children, any kind of kids, okay? This oil is absolutely amazing. So this oil is meant to source your inner strength and your inner confidence. And what better oil to use so you can express yourself. And I just saw an orb. So that was really cool. I mean, it's no joke. It's no coincidence or surprise that I have a lot of spirits around me. But that was really cool. All right. So Valor. I always call my ancestors to help me when I do any kind of videos. All right, so you're gonna place this in your throat chakra. So you can place it right here, or you can kind of do it right here. And you're gonna say, I'm able to express and communicate my wants and needs clearly. I'm able to express and communicate my wants and my needs clearly. I'm able to express and communicate my wants and my needs clearly. Okay, so again, you are going to say that until you believe it. Okay, so our heart chakra. So I chose gratitude. I did give you guys the choice if you want to use gratitude or you want to use humility, okay? And again, right, it's kind of because where are you with your heart chakra? Are you somebody who needs humility or feels that humility will help you, for people who have issues being vulnerable, I would definitely suggest humility. For people who kind of just have a lot of walls, I guess, or a heavy heart, I want to say. Not walls. I want to say a heavy heart or, feeling underappreciated, I would say gratitude, okay? And I don't have any more humility. Otherwise, I would be using that. But Spirit said I need gratitude. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And so what we're going to do is put gratitude on our heart chakra. Oh, these oils smell so good. And say, I am source energy. 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 So what we're saying is that God lives within us, right? Okay, believing that God lives within us. That source, you are source energy. Citrus fresh for our solar plexus, okay? So this is again where this is our sense of self, okay? And if we don't have a sense of self, we're not going to be functioning properly. We're going to be overactive, overdoing things for people, okay? Bending over backwards for people. Or we're going to be procrastinators, not able to get things done, not even able to, kind of get off the couch or out of bed, okay? So this mantra is my authentic self is enough. My authentic self is enough. My authentic self is enough. Okay. All right. And now we're going to do our sacral chakra. And I chose clary sage. Number one, why did I choose clary sage? Because it's sage, so it's going to cleanse. It's going to cleanse your chakras. Number two, this is an hormone balancing oil. This is the one oil I go to if any of my clients' hormones are off, if they've just had a baby, if they are somebody who struggles with reproductive issues, okay, high, low estrogen, things like that, okay. This is the one, all right? So what you're going to do is, and it's going to cleanse any kind of negativity too, okay? And also balance your hormones. There goes another one, super cool. So this is right above your pubic bone, okay? And you're going to say, I am in touch with my creativity and sexuality. I am in touch with my creativity and my sexuality. I am in touch with my creativity and my sexuality. Okay. And then lastly, and again, I kind of put the, you can't see it. There we go. I put the orange top on there, just so I have them all in a row so I can do this. So this, I want to forewarn people, women about this, chakra. Okay. Because it is very, very powerful. So just knowing that some things may be coming up for you here, okay? Depending on what your traumas are, depending on what you've gone through in your life, okay? Patchouli I have chose because I absolutely love patchouli. This is an oil that grounds me. This is my favorite oil. Not only is it amazing for my skin, I put it on every night before bed. It has reversed wrinkles. It has made my face so extremely soft. But it brings me back down to earth. It's a root, okay? So, it's just absolutely so amazing, okay? It brings me back down to earth. I am somebody who really resonates with nature, with earth, with earthy stuff, okay? Especially, being in New York in the winter right now. That's another reason why I use essential oils. It's because, being an empath, being an intuitive, I am always so connected to nature, and I regroup and I, realign in nature. I feel better. Nature removes my negativity that I picked up from other people. And the thing is about these oils is they're nature in a bottle. So you're putting a bunch of plants all over your body, okay? And we're not even talking about the physical effects of this stuff. This is all, it's absolutely amazing. Anyways, patchouli. So because your root chakra is right at the base of your spine, okay, I am going to put it above the base of my spine in the back, so above your bum crack, okay, that's where I'm putting it, base of tailbone, and I am going to say that I am safe and I am grounded. I am safe and I am grounded. And you can also, you don't have to do the stone or whatever back there. Okay, you can do it in front and say, I am safe and I am grounded. I am safe and I am grounded. Okay, and again, say it until you mean it. Say it until you believe it. So this is just the way that I use, that I'm going to be using the oils and the stone. I am advanced at doing this, okay? This is my favorite way to do it. You do not need to use a stone, okay? Anything kind of like prehistoric, I'm obsessed with. My soul has been around for a very, very long time. But again, so that is what we are doing every single day for 2 weeks straight. I am so, so excited to really grow with my team members, to really grow with the people that I help and communicate with and share the same ideals and just want for a healthy lifestyle, both spiritually and physically. So if anybody would like to become a part of this team of Young Living, where we dedicate ourselves to just healing for highest and best and helping our families and things like that, you can absolutely please message me. I would love to have you as a part of my team. And if you are on my team, let's go. I'm so excited about this. If you have any questions, please let me know. There are going to be more videos and more information coming up following this. So bless everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and weekend. Okay, bye.